Right, day two. Arrgh. 2 consecutive streams. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this one, because the first one might have gone tragic, but I don't know. Hope everyone's, if anyone is watching this, hope everyone is having a lovely morning or whatever time of day it is for you. I'm just going to be doing level design. I'm just going to be making a level today. I'm going to finish off this thing. So if people did watch the previous stream, they will know that I was doing some level design. And this is what I got. And I made it look pretty. I've even added little mushrooms in. Little mushrooms. Look at that. And also this new green background just helps with depth. As you can see, there's a nice bit of greenery behind us that kind of moves. And it just I think it adds a little bit more depth to the level. It doesn't look as flat anymore, which I think is pretty good. Let's get rid of that. I mean, just to show it off without it, if I make this not visible at the start, we can see it just looks nicer, doesn't it, with the little green? It doesn't look as like flat and boring. A little bit more pizzazz to it. So this is just going to be a nice boring stream of finishing off the level, really. This area. Nothing special. One thing, though, I found out is that this little area that I've made, and when I had it populated with enemies, all this here, this took about 1 minute 30 to complete. To get to this point here took about 1 minute 30. So that's about a third of the level. So with everything else, with all of this here, it's going to take about 5 minutes. Which, I want these levels to last at least 10 minutes long, 10 to 20 minutes. So I've got to do something about that. And I don't just want to make one big, long 10-minute level, because that would be very boring. So I'm going to split these up into 2 acts. So the first part here is going to all be jungly, and the second part's going to be maybe inside buildings, and that means we can get to change the background, because that was always one of my favourite things about Sonic 3. I remember getting that for Christmas, 96. Oh no, 95. Bloody hell, not 96. I got Sonic 3D in 96. Sonic 3 I got for Christmas in 95, and I remember being blown away that each act had a different background and music, and it was so cool. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for today. We're just going to finish off this level, and we're going to grab the tiles and start making levels, and just be kind of a boring stream. Nothing fun. Well, I mean, making levels might be fun, I don't know, to some people. But we're just going to block everything out, and yeah, that's it really. And yeah, I made some new tiles for the, let's just get rid of this here. I made some like new cave tiles, so it isn't just a brown kind of backdrop. We got little like divots and little parts here that so you can see the background, the parallax background behind it. So a little bit less boring. That's it, really. So yeah, we're just going to carry on making this whole thing, and to the end, probably, and call that the stream. But let's carry on. Let's just make a level. So I'm going to make a little flat place here, because we've just had a bit of terrain. We had a bit of, like, fun terrain there. So let's kind of give a little breather section for the player. This is just going to be kind of dull, but these things have to be made, though. We have to make the level, and unfortunately, doing the tiles for levels. Hello, hi, how are you doing? Second day in a row for streaming. It's a new me, I guess. We're just going to be making the level today, and I'm going to zoom in. I think actually I think that might be a bit zoomed in. No, we'll zoom back out. And so yeah, it's just level design today. I think we're just going to make some level. Actually, there's one thing I did do yesterday off stream is I increased the jump height, the gravity, so it's a little bit more floaty, but it feels a little bit nicer to control. I also added mushrooms in, little weird mushrooms. But before you couldn't jump onto this platform, but now you can. Just makes it a little. I think players would be more annoyed if you couldn't make that jump. So that was yesterday, and then I had a bug where I couldn't figure out about boxes. weren't correctly doing their physics right, but that was fixed off camera because a lot of it was me going a few times. So yeah, today is just this, nothing exciting. I know about that thing, but I find what I like to do is just copy and paste, and because I've had the problems where I've done that, and it's kind of I've kind of overlaid them by accident, so I've had like multiple extra tiles like that, so I tend not to use the control thing. I've done that. I used to do that quite a while back in the day. And then I'd have like way more tiles overlapping each other, and so I kind of I'm terrible at doing kind of that. So I kind of just copy and paste it like this, and then I can at least move it and make sure I'm not overlapping things. That's how I find it. I think that's a me problem though, or it might be my mouse is a bit dodgy. I don't know. So yeah, it's just a nice peaceful day today. Not really anything exciting. We'll probably do an exciting stream one of these days, where we're not just making very boring level, like seeing blue backgrounds and. But yeah, so also the plan I'm gonna do is I want little sections of the game where the camera will kind of lock on, and it will like have a camera lock and a screen lock, and then the enemies will come down from drop ships, and you have to destroy so many enemies to carry on and make the screen unlock and through the game. Just kind of like sort of a mini boss, but actually no boss is there. But yeah, nice peaceful day today. Nothing exciting. I haven't really got anything to say other than I cooked chicken parmesan yesterday. That was my most exciting thing that I done yesterday. I made a tomato sauce from scratch, and I've now got a cup of coffee. My second one of today. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well and keeping well in these crazy times. And yeah, and the UK is still having a lovely heat wave as well, which is fantastic. It was supposed to be all nice and cold this week, but for some reason the weatherman lied to me, and it's not, and it's absolutely boiling still. Yeah, I am wearing my silly hats as always. And I'm wearing a Sonic hat today. That is the wrong tile. That's the one I want. So we're just making a little bit more of a. We're gonna make, so this area's all been like split up. So then we're gonna make another little wide area here just to get the player a little bit more. So this is the more enemies and stuff, and then we'll get back into like splitting it up into two sections again. Because I always like having multiple paths. Yeah. I forgot to write down topics to talk about as well. I forgot again. Oh well. We'll have to wing it. Actually, maybe I'll make a little drop down like that. That'd be nice. Yeah, actually, that'd be pretty cool. Then if you revisit it, you can probably go up here with a double jump. That'd be pretty nice. So without the double jump, you won't be able to make that jump. So you have to go down here. But if you revisit the place, for whatever reason, you can go up that way. Or you can go, I don't know. Well, I quite like that. We'll just do that. This is my level design. I just wing it. Roll fists I haven't actually stopped, but I made 2, 3 8-bit games in a row. So I kind of got a little bit bored of doing 8-bit. So I'm having a month or two off, and then I'm gonna like do something with color and a bit different, and then I'm gonna go back to doing roll fists. Otherwise, I think I would get burnt out with raw fists a little bit too quickly. And but running Volt Gun is just, that's going to take a lot more time to do. It's really intricate, and there's like loads of bosses going to be in the game, and I really want to I need some like funding behind it to actually like carry on with the game. So this I know it looks like it's not a big project, but this is sorry, this doesn't look like it's a small project, but to me it's a small, this game I'm making right now is a small project, just a little breather. So I don't get burnt out from doing 8-bit all the time, or like retro-y styled games. But yeah, the main reason I couldn't do running Volt Gun is I just didn't have the money to fund it. It's like one of those games where it would take so much time, unfortunately, to do. But I will finish it one day. One day I will. I promise. I want to get all these like smaller projects I've done over and done with one day. But I'm hoping to stream like development of Raw Fists as well. Which I mean, the demo is complete for the Kickstarter. I actually finished the demo. Bar music. The only thing I have to do is make some music for it. But the actual gameplay and the demo is all done. So yeah. Oops, wrong one. I fancy doing something different, because I think I'm just burnt out from making 8-bit games or retro games. I've been doing those since 2014. I think I released the original Jet Gunner, and the Jet Gunner remake's all complete. I finished that a month or two ago. And that's just going through QA testing at the moment. I think it's like nearly done with the QA testing. And that will be hopefully coming out quite soon on PC and possibly consoles like Switch. So that'll be cool. I'm just waiting to hear back from people who are doing the QA, as it's in the very final rounds. But that game would have been completed a lot quicker, but I had some life issues that happened during development, so it kind of life took over, unfortunately, for a little bit. Oh, I'm not even putting those things down there. What am I doing, me? So, yeah. That is the wrong one again. Still nerve-wracking doing the old live stream, and I thought maybe today I feel a bit less nervous, but I don't know why it's so nerve-wracking to go live, because I think it's because I'm talking to myself and showing my creative process, and a lot of time people think, like, how do you make games? And half the time it's boring stuff like this, where you're just plopping tiles down. It's like nothing exciting, and yeah. So just, oh, maybe I can do a little like jump part here where you have to jump up and stuff. That'd be. Oh, we could do a little bit of wall jumping, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. Is that gonna? I think that might be a bit too low. But yeah, nothing. I don't know how to keep talking on these things. I'm just the thing was, when I usually make games, I put a podcast on, and now I might be the podcast kind of stuff. I mean, there's not really much happening in the world of the indie game scene, except everyone's getting laid off Yeah, it is. It's kind of nervous. I mean, I've done like playthroughs before, but that's like feels different because it's not live. But being live just seems a bit different, and like showing what I'm making as well, because I'm not like, I'm one of these people who isn't really proud of the stuff that they make. I think a lot of the reason why I don't even release games is because I'm a bit like self-conscious of like, is this actually good enough to release kind of feeling. I know that's kind of silly, but I often have that kind of feeling that it's not good enough. So that may be another reason why I don't release so many projects. I'm thinking, and actually this isn't very good, I won't release it. There's not really much like even news, like, except like all the studios are being laid off. I mean, I read about Rareware getting Everwild's been cancelled, and a lot of the staff from Rare was let go, which is a shame because I grew up on Rare, like Banjo-Kazooie, like Donkey Kong Country, which is a shame. They're not the great studio they once were, but that's the only news. I mean, like all this mass layoffs in the indie games, well, sorry, the video game scene. That's the only kind of news I know about, other than the stop killing games thing that's happening, and that's it really. Not really anything interesting. So yeah, there's certain topics I could talk for ages. Like, someone asks me a Sonic question, I'll go off on one. Yeah. Just I guess this is chill and relax with me, and watch me build some levels out. Nothing interesting. Listening to Ratchet & Clank 1 soundtrack today. Because I probably put on another soundtrack one the next stream that's not Ratchet & Clank, but I feel like it's apt considering this is a game I think it's the most paying homage to this and Mega Man. I think that looks all right. We're not going to be able to make that jump up there though, so let's put that down. Oh, actually no. Let's do one more up there, and then we can, I think, pretty cool if we get a platform like this, so you can't drop back down through it. Oh, I didn't even copy it for some reason. Yeah, that should work, I think. Let's go back here and grab those. Just copy and paste that. Move that down one tile. It's a little messy here, but it'll be alright. Actually, no, I think 3. I think you can jump 3 now. Get rid of all that fluff. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's no point having that there if you can fall down here and go back up. I think maybe we'll just get rid of this point here. That's redundant. Yeah. Keep saying yeah, because I have not an interesting person. I mean, the thing is, I've worked for interesting things in video games. Like, I think I said in last stream about working in Q&A for Sony, which was like the worst job you could ever have. Working for Q&A is terrible. It's weird because like when you get the job, I was like 19 and you're like, oh yeah, working Q&A, that's gonna get to play games all the time. and you're really excited. Oh yeah, I get to play games for a living. And it's not that. About 75% of it is writing essays. And sadly for me, I was on PlayStation Home for the longest time. Who wants to... if anyone remembers PlayStation Home, that thing was boring. Raise that up a little bit, I think. Be cool. There we go. Probably today is going to be a short stream because I've got so much stuff to do today. Like real life things, like tidy my house and do some DIY. Unfortunately, my toilet has sprang another leak, so that's good. I have to go and fix that. The joys of home ownership. But still, it still can't complain. I have a house, so it's I'd rather have these problems of toilet leaking or than not having one. So let's fill this in so it doesn't look weird, and then I think now once I've done this little section, I'm going to make it look pretty. That's not supposed to be there. I could probably make a bigger, like, you know, I could probably make a bigger one, a version of this, like 100 by 128 by 128 pixels, and just like fill it in quicker. But I don't know why I'm doing it this way, because that's how I usually would do. But I'm doing it this way. I don't think it'll be a performance hit. So watching me fill in blocks, if anyone is watching this. It's not really any game design tips. Then I'm thinking of maybe doing shorts, like YouTube shorts of like, instead of doing big giant videos detailing everything, do a bunch of shorts, so like each short will be a different enemy type or a different like level structure. Let's actually towel this up correctly. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Then one goes there, and then one goes there. And plop those down there. I think I have that sample CD somewhere. Oh, gotta get this place, yeah, because it's on Sonic CD, that sample. It's I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's on my Static Goldmine sample CD. I had this at this point in life, like about 5 or 6 years ago, where I just bought tons and tons and tons of sample CDs, like actual sample CDs or stuff for the Akai sampler. I bought tons of them because they were really cheap at one point, and now they're like crazy expensive to buy some of them. Don't know why I got into like sample CDs. It's just I thought it was neat. I thought it was just neat to have the samples from your favorite like games that you used to play and or music that I've listened to. I think the classic one is Distorted Reality 2, which is probably used in pretty much every Spyro game. Oh, well, Stuart Copeland Spyro game music soundtracks, should I say. Right, that looks pretty good. My favourites, well, I think the classics are my favourites. I like the Static Goldmine stuff. And I like the stuff by was it Stereo? Is it Stereotronics? The stuff who does the Distorted Reality. They do the Omnisphere plugin, which is one of the best like virtual music plugins you can get. It's so good. And then I've got some really weird ones that you used to like get sample CD magazines, and they'd have like a bunch of like 1,000 sample CDs. I've got a bunch of those, and Loads of like techno weird ones. There was like this point where I just wanted to buy tons of sample CDs, and they extracted them all, and then I've got them all on a folder somewhere, on like one of my externals. Modernize slightly. Right, so I'm going to take this grid off now, and we'll put the background back on. Oh, it's already on. Oh dear. We'll take this grid off. Well, we won't turn it off, but we'll make it 8 and just. And I think let's expand this so we can see the whole background. I don't know. Let's just put 9,000 in. There we go. You can see the background as we go along, and hopefully it will seam up correctly too. There we go. So now we can have a little we can see it with the when we do some decorations for the levels, we can see the background. That'd be nice. Right, let's just stick some trees in. Well, I mean, what I would usually do is I would just completely block out the entire level first, and then put the decorations in. But I think it's kind of boring to do that on the stream, just to block out an entire level, because all you're going to be seeing is copy and pasting things and filling blank spaces in it, and it's kind of boring. And I think people would much prefer to like copy and paste and stick trees in. And that's much more interesting. Actually, well, before we do that, we'll make this cave section proper. I'm going to zoom in for this so I can get a little bit more precision. Actually, need to get the grid back up. There we go. So I made these yesterday, and little extra tiles for the cave, and add shadow and little highlights, because I think it looked a bit flat, and that's the worst thing when it comes to tile work. Oh, and I need to go and grab these. Oh, bugger. I forgot I made these. Have got all these are different tiles, aren't they? Because I've made them. Whoops. So I made them. Coloured that part in so they seamed up correctly. I totally forgot I did that. So we need to go and grab those, don't we? And change up. Yeah, this is so. Need to edit these up. Whoops a daisy. Well, doesn't matter. It won't take long. And then now hopefully that will look nice, and it's probably a better way of doing this, but my method, my madness works. That's the wrong tile. Why am I using that one? Stick that there. Stick that there. And we need those ones here. That works nice. And then the last remaining tiles that I need is these ones for this area. That should work. And I'm going to turn these backgrounds off so it's easy to work with. I think that's all of them. Hopefully this will now work. I'm going to just do. Oh, there we go. Nice. can be very peaceful doing this. This is the one thing I do like about game design, is that it can be very, very peaceful and very nice and just zen, just to copy and paste little tiles down and do graphics. And whereas like when you're making the game, like the programming or like the code to make things work, that can be so stressful and like horrible. But these moments are I love. So I think I jump up there. Actually, I'll move that one back one more. I'll move that forward. I'm now just doing tinkering with level design. I think that, yeah. I didn't like that big lot, like the higher jump there to get up into this point here. I didn't like that. So we'll change that up. And then we will test this in a minute. And I'm not sure if I want this just straight full here. I'm not sure if I want to pull this back and have a little bit of platforms that you have to go zigzag down, like S-snake down. I'm not sure yet. Let's change those tiles to the correct ones. And that one. That would be a good idea. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, let's fill this in now. Ooh, missed one there. You stick that tile there. Ooh, missed another one there. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to go all the way to find a tile that I can. There we go. Steal. Plop. Plop. There we go. Plop those tiles in. I might get rid of those. I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Getting there. How do I want to handle that little part here? Maybe we'll go. We'll make it just completely straight down. We'll add a little bit of fanciness to it. Like so. Yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, I've got a subscriber goal. I forgot. I actually did a little bit of tinkering with my thing, with my stuff on the screen, because I'm doing research and I thought, right, but everyone has a subscriber goal or a bit goal, which is obviously for Twitch. So I thought I'm gonna put a subscriber goal. If I get basically 2,500 or 2,500 subscribers, I'll play Sonic R for 24 hours straight on stream. You apparently have to have goals. I've been like doing some research to read about what to do for like to do streaming, and I'm like, you have to have goals for stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll put a goal in. So a subscriber goal. If I get 2,500, I'll stream Sonic R on the Sega Saturn for 24 hours straight. Because I can't see myself getting to that amount of subscribers. So I thought, yes, I'll do that. That's what people want to watch. Sonic R. Maybe that might actually stop people subscribing. I don't know. Who wants to watch a 24 hours of Sonic R? I mean, actually, to be honest, I would. I unironically love that game. It gets a lot of flack, but I think Sonic R is a fantastic game. It's got a amazing soundtrack. You can't say it does not have an amazing soundtrack. It is sheer brilliance in game design. I mean, to be honest, I actually say unironically the brilliance of Sonic R, because with the thing with Sonic R is the tracks are not straightforward. They're like wild. They're like almost like an open world track. I think that's. Do you know what? I think Sonic R did that open world formula possibly a little bit before Super Mario Kart World. I don't know, because I haven't played Super Mario Kart World, but I've watched a few videos of it. Because I haven't bought a Switch 2. I don't even use the Switch 1 all that much, so that's why I didn't buy a Switch 2. Just don't even use Switch 1. So I thought, like, well, I don't really need to have a Switch 2. Although the new Donkey Kong game looks really cool, really sick. But I saw some, like, all the places like really wide open, you can go anywhere and that sort of stuff. And I'm thinking, well, Sonic R, you can do that. You don't really as long as you just complete a lap, you can go anywhere you bloody well want in Sonic R. You want to, it's real, except the final track, the 5th track. Everything else is so wide open. I am a defender of Sonic R. It's a good game. It's like... the only thing that really hurts to me is Sonic R is the lack of tracks. I wish there was more tracks. But if you know how to control Sonic, like the stuff in Sonic, like control the characters, and you realise it's more like an actual racing game, like a car racing game, and you use the shoulder buttons to like and drift, it's great to control. It is a good game. I used to play a lot of that in my youth. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm adding little like crevices here. This is a little like tip for like making your levels pop. A lot of the time people will do just straight down caves. It'll just be literally just this without, and just like another background. And I quite like to do to put in little like holes and little extra fluff stuff. And see, so you can see the background, the parallax background behind it. Just gives it a bit more depth. Hey, just stick there. This is really zen for me, to be honest. Ooh, I think I can do another tile there. I'm gonna grab that, copy and paste and flip it around. There we go. That's pretty neat. And then we'll take a normal one there. Oh, it means bring that background back on, but yeah, that works. I'll do one of those there, I think. And I've got these little circly things, very basic. I think another thing with this game is I want to keep the backgrounds kind of simple and basic and not go too in depth, because of the worry that it'll get messy, and the last thing you want is a game unreadable because the graphics are like messy and there's too much of it. It's too in your face. So like a tip is like I kind of keep backgrounds and floor like this, like solid colors now in this style, because it's more readable. And also what I like to do, that is the wrong tile, is do I not have a 1 second? But no, what was I saying? Yeah, I like to keep, like, I like to make these the foreground things here, like the platforms, all kind of one big color. So you know, like, oh, it's green, it's grass, I can stand on it. And oh, it's orange, the bright orangey brown, I know that's the wall. And everything else Well, this here is like the same. It's like a big. It's the same color. So there's like, it's vibrant and it's like this. It's the same kind of color scheme and it's vibrant and it's bold and it's bright. That means it's a platform. And then if it's half, then you know you can jump through it. And everything else is darkened and like the background's like all blues, and you know, well, that's not solid. I just kind of I want the thing to be readable for the character. I think that's very important. I think I explained that well. Just gonna have a slurp of coffee. Because talking all this much does hurt your throat a bit. Right, sorry. I had a message pop through. Yeah, right. I think that looks alright. Basically, we've just copied and pasted, made the same area that we did over here, but I think caves are pretty cool. It breaks things up. Right, now we're going to change the grid setup again. Doop. Doop. And 8. Now we get to do the fun stuff. Right, we can grab trees. Put trees down. I like trees. I like the smell of trees. I know that sounds really. I hope no one's watching. I'm glad. I think no one is watching. I can't believe I just said I like the smell of trees. Oh, that's that. Okay. Oh yes. I'm good at conversation. Imagine going to like a random just like in conversation, well, like with someone you don't know, or like you meet someone for the first time, or you're going on your date, like a first date or something. I don't know, and you just randomly say, "I like the smell of trees." Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to use that now. That might be the greatest chat line ever. I like the smell of trees. I'm gonna actually use that if I meet someone new. I'm just gonna randomly say to them, "I like the smell of trees," and see what their reaction is. Probably not positive, but you never know. I mean, if someone randomly said that to me, "I like the smell of trees," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, me too. I like the smell of trees." Although I'm not super keen on the smell of freshly mowed grass. But I like this. But the trees like have this certain smell with the leaves. I don't know. It's weird. But I keep pressing control to keep doing that by mistake. Probably. How long have we been streaming for? Ah, 45 minutes. Cool. Let's put all the grass, this grass stuff down. I think another thing with streamers, I think you have to have a bit of a personality. I don't really have much of a personality, except, I guess, nerd. And I really hate screaming and shouting about things. It's like a lot of like finally some streaming stuff I've watched when I was trying to do some like research on how to get into this. So I watched a lot of people just scream on videos, and just like my eardrums, man. So I just want to show making games. That's what I like. Okay, we put grass down. Now we can put the smell of trees. Put some big trees down. Yeah, that is what we want. I even got little mushrooms we can put down. Put a couple of big trees there. Maybe I'll actually add some of this, some of these things here. Actually, yeah. No, hold on. Blop 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 blop. I'm gonna stick a couple of these over here too, around this area. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this one a little bit taller. So you have to jump from here onto that. And also that's the wrong tile, but it doesn't matter because I'm now going to change this up slightly. This is what I do. I kind of like put, this is what I do because you're seeing it. But I like to put a base thing down, like a rough outline of like, well, this is kind of level geometry I want for the stage. I go right, this is pretty much okay. And then when I go to like start adding a little bit more flourish into it, I'll go realize, oh, well, this part will do better with this, or I should add one of these areas in, and kind of add to it, and then realize, well, if I put that there, then this needs to be a little bit of a higher jump, pushed back a bit, so you can go hop and hop onto that. It's little things like that I'd like to do. So I'm gonna have to hold off the smell of trees. That's gonna be a new thing. I can't get that out of my head that I said that. I like the smell of trees. This needs to be a bit. Where are my tiles gone? They're over here. Come over here, guys. Stick you there. I think we need to make. I'm gonna make this taller here. Annoyingly, I need to change the grid again, and I cannot be bothered to change the grid to 32 by 32. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Does that work? If I jump onto it through there, I might make this a 3. That might work. Well, we'll just wing it, and we'll see what happens. That's the #1 rule of game design. Just wing it. It really isn't, but. I mean, actually, no, I don't do really much planning. I even got a story for this game yet. I even thought of a story. The original story for the game 15 years ago was, it was annoyingly, it was actually the story of Sunset Overdrive. In 2010, it was going to be about an energy drink that turned everything to these slime monsters and it turned your best friend into a flying head. And you had to find a cure for it. And then, because he fell into a vat, but everyone else drank it and they turned into slime monsters. This was 2010 I did this story. And then Sunset Overdrive came out about 3 years later and fucking had that same story. I was thinking, ugh. Otherwise I would have kept with that story. But alas I can't, as it's already been used. I haven't actually played Sunset Overdrive though. I heard it's either... Some people say it's like one of the best games ever, and then I've heard some people say... Like, it's a really good game, not one of the best games ever, but it's like a really, really good game. And then I've heard other people say it's actually, like, hot garbage. And I've never played it, so I don't know. But I am, like, a fan of Insomniac's, like, games. I just recently played their first ever game, Insomniac's games, called Disruptor, the other day. For the first time on the PS1. And I thought that was really decent. It didn't sell very well, which I'm very surprised because it's a very good, and I hate to use the word like Doom clone, because it's not really even that much of a Doom clone. To be fair, it's its own identity. Anyway, off topic again, talking about random stuff, and I think that kind of actually I'm going to bring this out one more. This is the thing when I come to level design. I'm just so indecisive. Maybe I'll make little steps going up. That is the wrong one. That's not the tile I want. That's the one I want. I'll make little steps. Do I want to make steps? What do I want to do? I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe I should have sprited some rocks, but the reason I didn't do like rocks is because I was thinking I might want to save them for another level. Have a rocky type level, like with like blue rocks, and I kind of want to make a gothic architecture level with like inside a cathedral. That's one thing I've got on my head that I'd like to make, because I've never attempted to make something that looked like that before, so that'd be pretty neat. I mean, to be honest, you can jump on that and then jump over onto that, to be perfectly fair. Ah, that'll do. We'll leave it as that. I'm spending way too much time on this little area for no reason, where I can be putting trees down. All the trees. That's what we want. We want to put trees. We like the trees more than anything. That the thing here is I don't actually like putting. I'm going to move these out of the way. I don't like putting big trees next to, like, two big trees next to each other. I feel it looks a bit crap, to put it nicely. So I like to put a big tree and then little space, and then maybe like one of these little small trees next to it. I think that looks nicer. Instead of like all the big trees next to each other. Like two big trees here, and then but we space them apart a bit, and then we'll stick a small. It doesn't even have to be a tree. It could be one of these things, but like space the big things with like little things, little decorations. Oh, I need to put some grass up on that. Let's put some grass up on that. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Nice. We'll put some mushrooms down in a minute. So, yeah, is that coming along nicely? Does that look alright? Let's have a look compared to the, like, next to the finish area. I don't want to do too many buildings just yet. I'm going to do more buildings towards the end of the level. Because I'm going to be the Act 2 part of this stage. It's going to have it's going to be the inside of the buildings. So it needs to be, so I want to leave this a little, gonna dot the odd building, but towards the end put more buildings, so like you're going into the base that's being actually that's, I mean, I have come up with the original idea of the story. I have come up with a bit of a story. The idea maybe is that you have a distress call, so you come in and you fly in and you get hit by a stray laser or something, and you lose all your stuff, like all your guns. So that's why you start the game with nothing and just your blaster, because you've lost your rucksack or your holdall on the back of your ship. So you come down and you're like, oh no, I have to go and collect my stuff. So you traverse this area through the caves and you find your gear, but it's been stolen. Except like an upgrade for your little flying PDF guy, which gives him the double jump, or gives it the double jump. And then you then carry on to go to the distress call, but then it's, oh no, it's a trap. And instead it's you get captured, or you fall into a great big pit. And you know, you have to fight a boss, but you manage to fight it and kill it, and then you realize all the bounty hunters have been captured, because the robot's been capturing the bounty hunters to. I am just spitballing the story idea here now. So the bounty hunters have been all captured. So the robot and his robot overlord, Jim. I haven't got a name for it yet. Has got less. Or like superheroes and bounty hunters and all that kind of thing are being captured by fake distress signals, so they have less opposition when they go in to take over the world. That could work. But you escape the jail cell when you kill the creature. Or maybe we can do a joke where the creature is so full up from eating all the superheroes and bounty hunters that it's really easy. It's over 8 because it's killing. That might work. Yeah, and then so you escape, and then you have to uncover the plot and save your bounty hunters and figure out what's happening. I mean, it is a very stock story of Bad guy wants to take over the universe, but there's a lot of stock stories nowadays. I think that might be a good idea. Right, let's carry on with the game. Sorry, it was a side tangent then. I'm thinking of a story. I think, well, this is a good thing that I'm doing a live stream, because I'll probably forget that. Because I think yesterday I said I have a really bad short-term memory, which I do. Although I seem to have remembered that I did have a good. I said that. I think. Now I'm self-doubting myself. But anyway, yeah. I'm glad I recorded it, because I'll probably forget that story idea and be like, oh wait, yes, I said it out, didn't I? I can just look back on footage. Oh, that's what I said. That actually might be it. I think that's actually a pretty okay story idea, because I don't tend to... Stories for me always come last. I'm not a stories guy. I'm a make running guns, graphicsy, gameplay kind of type of guy. We need a big tree there. Actually, let's do another one of these areas here. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, I keep putting down wrong bloody tiles. Stick that there. Nice, thank you. We'll do a little like cave section here, but we won't do like a proper intricate cave section. Maybe no, because I was thinking maybe we do the old darkness gimmick for the caves, but I want to save that for our actual cave level. So I want to level I want 12 levels in this game, and I want them to all have each gimmicks, and I actually want a proper cave level. I really want a lava level too, because I like lavas, and there's going to be a flying blimp chase scene, because I like flying blimp. I like flying levels, or maybe like a flying train or flying something or other. So I know it's sad, but I absolutely love just moving levels. This is just my fave, just my jam. Right, let's go back to the cave, because I think I need to. Boom, 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 boom. Need to do these. I need to copy and paste this as well. Well, not copy and paste, make a new one. No, that is the wrong colour. Oh no, it's not, is it? Of course it isn't me. Let's do whoop, 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 like that. See, I just go along. I just wing it as I go along this. How much coffee have I got left? One gulp left. Oh, so disappointing. Because now I've hit my coffee quota for today. Bit of dead skin on my lip. Lovely. Told people that. Yeah, that's going all right. Let's go and grab. Where did I put those tiles? Brilliant. Probably I think I'm doing these streams. Maybe people might realise how much of a hack I I'm actually like a little worried that maybe people think I am a hack, but I just want to say I've never said I'm actually good at making games. I've always said that I just like making them. I think everyone should, if you like video games and you've always wanted to make video games, you should just do it. Just make a game. Doesn't matter your skill level, just make a game. The only good advice I can always say when you are wanting to make a game for the first time, the best advice, It's start small. It's the best advice you can get given if you want to do this sort of, if you want to kind of do this sort of stuff, is to start small. Always start small. Never ever make your dream game first off. Not to say you shouldn't make your dream game, but like make projects with small little game projects and then make your big game, because you'll end up like becoming better as a developer. If you do more small projects, you start becoming better. And if you start your like dream game and you spend like, I don't know, 9 years on it, a lot of the time you haven't really progressed in those 9 years. And a lot of the stuff that you did at the beginning of the 9 years of the game development usually carries on until the end. It usually is followed you all the way through the project. It's just like a thing is like start small, make small projects, and build up to your dream thing. And I mean, this was going to be my dream game that I wanted to make back in 2010, and I just didn't have. I knew I didn't have the skill, so after about 2 months, I stopped, or 3 months, I stopped making it, and I made Flash games, loads of small Flash games, and then a few small like actual released games on Steam, and did like game jams, and then I started releasing bigger games, and now I feel confident I can actually do the game that I wanted to make 15 years ago. Young teenage me will be proud. Hopefully he'll be proud. I'm sure he will be proud. Right. How long have we been? I can't stay super long for the stream today, but not in the afternoon. I might come back in the evening sometime and carry on, but at the moment I can't. Today I can't do too much in the morning. I wanted to start earlier, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't actually. I could have. I think I just lost track of time. Sometimes I just do that. I just lose track of time. It's like, oh bloody hell, it's 12 o'clock already. I hate when that happens, when you're like, bloody hell, is that the time already? For like sometimes I have no concept of time. I just like an hour can sometimes feel like 3 hours, and sometimes 5 hours can feel like 1 hour. Yeah, that's area. I don't know. That looks a bit crap, doesn't it? We should maybe do a little bit more there with that. Let's move that down. That needs to be changed. I'll move that down. Where's let's grab these ones here. That'll do. Like that. Pop those there. Yeah. Otherwise, it just looked a bit. Yeah. Maybe add a little notch up here. I think that might be a good idea too. So the thing with levels, I just don't like making my levels look bland. And like very flat. I like levels with a bit of little things like this, you know, like uneven terrain. I like that. Need these ones. The only problem about tiling, it's just so monotonous. It's really monotonous. If you got insomnia and you can't sleep, doing this sort of stuff like tiling out a level is such a great way to get tired. It really is. There we go. That looks crap. We need to edit that. To add to add that there. And put that over here like that. Here we go. That's better. Let's move the grass stick a big tree on top. Yeah. Beautiful. Big tree. It's coming together, this little area. I mean, we've got all this here. Little building section. I'll probably put a building section after this area here. I'll put little buildings here, I think. Little mini city, I think. It's coming together. We've started to doing the trees. We need to tidy that up because that's repeating too much. But yeah, it's coming together all right. What time are we on? 1:15 for me, actual time. I do think I have to dash off soon. So this is only a little short stream. I'll probably come back maybe this evening, in UK time. But I unfortunately have real life things to do, as I think I said before in the earlier stream, if anyone is still watching, that my toilet's leaking and I need to fix that and do some maintenance. Should really have fixed my toilet before I started streaming, but I'm an idiot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. So if anyone is still watching, I hope they've enjoyed it, or if they're catching this video after it's gone live, and it's, you know, I hope you enjoyed the whole thing. I will probably be back again sometime soon, maybe in this evening. I'll probably actually start doing the premiere thing on YouTube. Like, I'm going to start streaming this time, get an actual set time and date down. But at the moment, I'm just doing these as little tests to try and build up a bit of confidence and get into the swing of things. But I won't do any more on this level. I will stop for now, and I will come back to it, and we'll finish it off in the stream later on. So yeah, take care everyone, and bye.